Hey guys, I was actually outside and went to get something and I saw two couples fighting. I don't actually know them, okay? But then I asked question and they were like, the man is complaining that this woman is always controlling, and if he ends up not doing what she wants, it will result to fighting. I'm like, what the? There are ways you can handle a woman that's controlling like this. Some women, in fact, most of these kind of women wants to be the one controlling, wants to be the one directing and commanding how things should be. And a man should not take that, okay? Because a man should be the one to direct, a man should be the one to command. And a woman, if you want to give advice, you go ahead, but not like carrying it on top of your head. Why will you start fighting and nagging and all the stuff? Why? Because your man did not do what you want. There's a way you, as a woman, can talk to your man and he will understand. Rather than being nagging and all that and also possessive and commanding, controlling. There's a way you can do it, and that's what we're talking about. How to deal with a woman that's controlling, okay? Not to resort to that level where you will stand in the outside in the public fighting and all that. I'm like, what? How come? Okay. Now, if a woman is in your life, she wants to direct or she wants to like it kind of give you advice, she will go like, okay, why not see things like this? What do you think about this idea? What do you think about this? Okay, these are things I'm thinking about. What do you think? Or things like, okay, see this way. Like for example, you guys want to buy maybe a particular thing. She'll be like, let us go ahead and buy a house. Why? She will state her reasons. Okay, why don't we buy a house? And these are the reasons why I think that it's better to buy a house. Think about it, okay? As a man, you'll be able to think about it and then finalize it. She'll give you that option, option to think about it, that option to decide. But if a woman wants to direct you or wants to like give you advice, she starts by saying things like, you better go ahead and buy a house because if you don't, you are going to, it's going to be a disaster. She goes like, okay, if you don't do things like this the way I want it, you are going to get the other side of me. I'm going to do this. I'm going to leave you. That kind of commanding voice, that kind of controlling voice. She wants to be on top. She wants to be the one to direct and tell how things are going to work. Now, there's a way to deal with this kind of woman. Okay. The first thing I want to even start with is setting clear boundaries. Okay. Right from the beginning of that relationship, set that boundary so that things will not result to this kind of thing. Fighting in the public, like fighting in public, what does that mean? Okay, so set that boundaries and be clear about it. Like, madam, madam, I don't know what you're calling her, but then tell her come and play that. No, okay, if I don't want this, I won't do it. I love men that goes like, madam, if you want to do anything, you have to actually take that complete hand. We have to talk about it. We have to talk about it and decide on it. You don't go ahead and say things are going to be this way. Now, when you have a man in your life, okay, so setting boundaries is the first thing. And the second thing is when she starts complaining, when she starts crying, because that's what I would call it, when she starts nagging about something, and then if you don't do this, I'm going to leave you. If you don't do this, it's going to be disastrous. Tell her that I'm not doing it. Even if you want to do it, okay, tell her that you're not going to do it because she is wailing, because she is crying, because she is nagging, okay. Tell her that nagging clearly is not making you to do it, that she should stop it. Because if she continues, that you will not even listen to her again. And when she continues, then don't listen to her. That's the thing, okay? Ignore her. So when you do it several times, she will know that you're serious about it. Now, if you're going to use this particular method, don't try it once and leave it. Okay, you have to continue doing it for her to know that you're serious about it. Okay, for her to know that you mean business. So when you are ignoring her, when she says something, she trying to be controlling about it, or she wants to direct you or control you or command you on what to do, when she say it, ignore her. Ignore her when she just say that thing. Ignore her as if you didn't even hear her, as if she's not even existing, as if she's never said anything. Because that is controlling. And if you allow it to continue until the level where you will not be able to handle it again. So that beginning of the time when she start telling you what to do, start controlling and commanding. She's not giving advice. She's not even buying your own opinion. She doesn't even want to hear from you. She doesn't even want to hear what you think and the reasons why you think so. But she's just giving her own opinion and saying it's final. Then ignore her. Like when she starts talking, ignore. You can even start pressing phone. You can even start watching a television. You can start doing another thing to show her that you are not even listening to her, because that's not the right way to go about it. Okay, that's the right way to discuss with your partner, and not by controlling. Because a woman, you're not able to be the one to control. You have a man in your life, and that's what that man is in your life. You don't allow things to escalate to this level where you start fighting for your position. You have that position and it's yours. That's why I say that most of the time, if you're too nice, it gets to. Now, let me tell you, if you're with a woman that understands her stance, understands her position, you don't need to even stress. You don't need to treat her anyway, because she knows how to talk. She knows the way to talk to you and get your heart. Then treat her better, okay? When she's talking to you, listen to her, because she has wisdom. A woman that's also like a woman that behaves well, knows how to talk to you with respect and not controlling and commanding, has wisdom. And whenever she wants to advise you, she will also want to know what you think about it. So ignore is another way. After setting boundaries as she continues, ignore her. Ignore all the petty things that she's doing, okay? Nagging and all those stuff, because that's what they resort to, okay? When they start trying to be the one to impose. Now, if you're a woman, you tell your man to do something, which is something you should actually ask him. You guys discuss about it and not telling him to do it. I want you to do this. Like, things should be like, you should be going in a way like, I want, like, what do you think about this? Because that's what I'm thinking. How do you see this? How do you see that? It's a kind of cooperation. It's a kind of partnership. You are not fighting. You being the woman, you're not supposed to be the one to control. So you don't need to take that as a man. And the best way is, number one, just like I said, set boundaries. Secondly, ignore her. And then the third one is remove all those permission you give her. Don't even ask her. If a woman start controlling you and start giving you that attitude that she wants to be the one to control, then remove, like take away all the permissions. Because there's a permission, there's a privilege you give to her that made her to start exercising order to another level, okay? Like asking her before you do something. Yes, a woman that values you, that respects you, that is not controlling, like what we are talking about, that's not toxic, okay? You need to actually discuss with her before you do some certain things that are important. But if a woman is exercising this particular one, trying to be the one to control you, then another thing you need to do is to start doing things without her knowledge, without her knowing. And when she asks, you'll be like, as far as you want to be the one to control me, I want to tell you that this is where your position is, okay? And when you say it, you're playing about it and you move on. You don't need to nag with her. I don't know why you should be nagging with your woman. I don't know why. So if you're married with a woman that has this controlling spirit, subdue it with these three ways. First of all, okay, set that boundaries. It's very important. I keep saying it, okay? Secondly, ignore when she is actually trying to be nagging, okay? And then thirdly, please, this one is also very important. Do things without her knowledge. If you do it 2, 3 times, she will realize that she is actually on the wrong track. Okay, and she will come back and make sure that whenever she complains about you doing things without her knowledge, tell her that that is because of her character, because of that controlling spirit that she's trying to possess. Okay, that she's allowing to possess her. Okay, because when you keep pinpointing that this is the reason why I'm doing it, she will take correction. That's the best way. And if a woman, you have been treating her in this way, okay, you have used these 3 measures and she is not still listening, then the nagging continues, the blaming continues, the criticism continues, the insults and toxic behaviors continues, she abuses you and all that, then leave her right away. Especially that woman that you're not yet entangled with, you have not gotten married to, and she's showing you all these things, and you've used these measures, let her go. Immediately leave her, okay? Because that's not going to be a healthy relationship any longer. And if you're married to her, this is a very important topic that you need to go ahead and talk about. Even if you say, so go ahead and meet a counselor or meet a therapist, she needs that to tell her that this is serious. She needs to know her position. The woman will not continue to be this badly controlling. And every human being wants to control at some point in life. That's true. But in a family, let's come into this family issue, okay? In a family, in a relationship, the man should be the one to control. And you as a woman, you can actually give him your ideas. That's why you guys are in partnership, right? Like, think of whatever you're thinking about, like, give him that idea. Tell him what you think about, and hear from her what he thinks about those things, okay? And if he's not listening, go ahead and involve someone else that you know that he listens to. Yes, but you don't need to start nagging and start trying to be controlling. You don't need that, okay? You are saying something that's positive, but you're using the negative way, okay? So that's it for today's video. I was like, when I saw this, I'm like, no, I need to make this video. And I've been actually very busy lately, and that's why I'm not posted, but we are back, okay? We are back by God's grace, okay? So see you guys in my next video. Subscribe, like, and also hit the notification bell, okay, so that you'll be notified anytime I upload a new video. See you guys in my next video. Bye bye.